From AMF Tempe Village, we're here for the title matches of today's JBT event. Scratch division ahead of handicap today. Derek Acuff at a more reasonable hour than we saw him last week out in New Mexico, looking to win his 12th career title. But he's going up against the dangerous Danny Varholdt. Danny won earlier this season up at Gold Coast in Vegas, so looking to add a second singles scratch title to his collection. He's going to try and cheat on this shot. Oh, there it is. Reset. Only through the first frame here, Danny struck in his first while Derek went spare strike. Right to their right, we have the two handicapped semifinal matches as they bowled Survivor today. So essentially once you get down to the top 8, it's just a single elimination bracket. That's Cassie Collins. She's got to beat Stan Bunce by 15 pins. Stan bowled great all day. While on the other semi, that's Shelby Dempsey, Riley's sister, going up against Jake Hilton. Shelby's got to win by 25. So we'll keep you posted on those matches while we focus on the high-revving Varholdt here. Well, all that rotation still skids in the middle there and leaves one of the toughest spares on the lane. I say you can make a valid argument that the 4-8 is the toughest actual spare on the lane.
Other than the 5-7-8-10.
Well, other than when Curtis leaves a 5-7-8-10, which he actually did today, but that's another thing. There's so many ways to chop this, and that's one of them right there. There you go.
We're on a house shot, which is why Derek's in the title match.
Ooh, burn. Lefty burn. Ooh.
Hey, I was in the title match on short last weekend.
You were in the title match on. You were in the title match on question mark by that title match.
Alright, this is like the apartment shot. It's not quite house.
That was the apartment shot.
Yeah, right, you shot 240 and beat me. Shut up.
You shot 240 and lost.
Yeah, 240 and lost. This is not the apartment shot.
No, and again that ball just floats in the middle there.
But you would have.
A 210 after the 4-8 is a miserable 2 frames for Varholdt.
I think if
We talk about the depth on our tour, and yeah, you see Cameron and Riley and Kyle a lot, but there's a lot of people capable of winning a title in any week, and Danny's certainly one of them, as evidenced by being back here in the title match. Curtis is basically a non-factor. Look at this. Oh, just barely missed it. Derek has a record which will never be broken, the highest winning score for a JBT title match, shooting that 300 back at Palm Springs, or Mira Mesa earlier this season.
Also on, guess
And
what?
last week, he almost set the polar opposite record, winning with a 162 game in New Mexico on lanes that just got really, really tricky. As the peanut gallery's talking about in the background there, when Derek can kind of fire those darts up around 7, 8, 9, 10, he's very, very tough to beat. And that's his A game. That's most lefties' A game. There it is. Bunch of jealous right-handers behind us here.
That's right.
Everyone's giving Kane a bunch of crumbs because he actually got in the 4th arrow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was looking at it.
Again, Cassie's got to win by 14, and she is ahead right now by 30 some odd, so looking good. But you never know in a handicap 10th frame. Derek, meanwhile, came up high and left the 4, which he covers up.
To go like a half or one right.
Tough. Way to tell me right now. We'll talk to the editing department a little later. Oh, man. Welcome to the title match, Danny Varholdt. After a 210 and a 4-8, which are light hits, comes back and destroys the rack and leaves a blowout 9-pin.
It's okay, baby. Come on,
Well, this is looking like the end for Stan, but what a great run for him today. He led the first 4 rounds of the tournament.
Yes!
This will be a top 4 finish for Stan. Well, Cassie moves on to the title match.
Yeah.
29 and 30 scoreable over there as Shelby's way ahead against Jake in that match. So it's looking like an all-female handicap title match. We'll see if it plays out that way. Oh, and just no love for Varholdt so far right now as we go 210, 4-8, and a solid 9. It's a good-looking scorecard, though. Good stuff.
You took the entire left side of the rack.
So Cassie's moving on to the handicap title match.
You tell me that now.
Go ride your bike.
It's on my eruption.
I made up a
Slashes, not dashes.
A strike is a strike. A slash is not dashes.
Hey, rowdy bunch here in Tempe Village. Thanks to Tempe, by the way, for covering for us. We were scheduled for McRae, but unfortunately there was a overlapping tournament, so we didn't have too much of a problem sliding on over. Everybody got here.
I hurt my phone.
Oh, and high again.
That's a lot.
This time almost carries the 6. That was a heck of a lot of 9 right
Shot
there.
lefty.
Very nice.
One fish, 2 fish. Good shot. 40 and lost fish. Good luck on the next
Both bowlers striking at will over there in 29 and 30. That pair's been high scoring all day long. This is Hilton
Full score
working
that
on
pair is
3 in a
like
row.
a 230.
And of course, I skipped that pair. I missed that pair by 1.
It wouldn't have made a difference.
Jake is getting
I scored
24.
on 27.
Shelby at a 2-speed pace.
Alright, get them off.
And Jake can spare strike for 193. So if really anybody's game still over there in handicap. I'm going to take this. Well, let's watch the end of handicap actually. Nice job at the spare by the right-handed Hilton. 193 plus the 24 pins difference would be 217. Shelby at a 216 pace, so here we go with the fill ball situation once again. This is an important fill ball for Hilton. I'm sure he hasn't done that much math to figure that out. And it's a good fill ball. That 9 count puts him at 212. Well, 192 scratch, which is a nice game for him, by the way, for 245. 9 spare strike is 220 something for Shelby, which would be enough. So a mark should do it for Shelby.
Come on, Shelby. Come on, be there.
That's a good looking mark right there. That 6-bagger is going to put Shelby in the title match against Cassie later on. We'll see who wins the scratch title over here in part 2. Stay tuned and watch.